Hello everybody, welcome to Astro Studios. My name is Magnus, and today I want to make a very interesting video. I really hope this will be interesting for all of you guys. But in this video, I am going to talk about the hardest LEGO project that I have ever done. Or actually, maybe there is another LEGO project that's been more hard than this, and maybe there will be a LEGO project that's gonna be harder in the future. But as of now, this right here will probably take the crown for the most challenging LEGO project that I have ever attempted in my life. So the first thing I'm gonna do is talk about the backstory behind this project. So you see, about 2 years ago, over 2 years ago, someone that my dad knew from my sister's school, he said that there were a couple of LEGO sets that he wanted to get rid of because they belonged to his children and they weren't playing with LEGO anymore, so he had to sell them. But the thing is, they couldn't really finish most of the sets that they had. But my dad knew that I was very good with building LEGO, and well, I still am to this day. So he thought it would be a very good idea if I tried to help the guy that my dad knew from my sister's school with building at least most of these LEGO sets that he couldn't really build with his family. So what happened was, all of the sets that he couldn't build got sent over to my parents' house, which is where I'm at right now, and we sorted all of the pieces, and then I got straight to work with building. And can I be honest, it was very hard to build all of these sets. Like, I cannot tell you how painful it was to just find all of these pieces. It was so hard, and there were some pieces for some sets that were missing, and some pieces were even broken, so that wasn't good either. But the thing is, I did complete a lot of sets, and what I want to do now, I'm pretty sure this is going to be for the majority of the video, is I'm going to show you guys the sets that I built, that I managed to complete 100%. So basically what I did was, after I had finished a LEGO set, I would take a picture of the set, and then I would put it in a bag, and then I would put it in a box that was in the garage, and then I would say that that set was done. So that's what I did for all of the sets that I managed to complete. So I'm gonna grab my phone and I'm gonna find the pictures of the sets. And the first set that I managed to complete was the Paraka from the Bionicle Star series. And now let me tell you something. This is the only time I have ever built with construction. I have never built a construction set before, so this was a very big game changer. And you'll see there's a lot of construction sets, and it was pretty interesting building these sets. It was pretty cool. Next up, I have this very small Pharaoh's Quest set. So there's a lot of older sets. They're probably like over a decade old or something like that. But I had that set, and then I also got this other Pharaoh's Quest set. I'm forgetting the names of some of them, so that's not good, but this is the giant snake statue. Oh, and by the way, the Paraka, I took that picture on March 8th, and the two Pharaoh's Quest sets were taken on April 4th. And then the next set that I managed to complete was this Nexonite set. So there were a couple of Nexonite sets, not a lot, but a couple. And I took this picture on May 20th of 2023. And yes, all of these sets were all of the pictures of these sets were taken in 2023 because, well, that's when the whole project started. But then what happened was, shortly after that, I decided to take a little break, or we decided to take a little break from this project. So it took some time for all of the LEGO sets to come back into the house, because they were sitting in the garage for a couple of months, like about, gosh, how long? About 9 months? That's actually pretty crazy. So yeah, the next pictures that I took were from March 13th of 2024. So yes, it took some time for us to finally, or me to finally build some sets. And by the way, some of my family members did help too, so that's also very good. But now I'm gonna show you some of the other pictures that I took. So as I said, the next pictures were from March 13th of 2024. So this is before Astro Studios even started. But first off, we have this Creator motorcycle. I actually think this is pretty cool. Then I have a small Technic tractor, pretty nice. We have a seaplane, which some of these sets I actually did already have in my collection. So that's actually kind of interesting that he had some sets from my collection already. We have this Dino set from 2012. This is a pretty crazy looking vehicle. And then we have Wax Pack Tracker. Yes, I remember the name of this Legends of Chima set. Yeah, some of the sets I do remember the names of, so that's very good. But the next pictures that I took were from March 25th of 2024. We have this Queer helicopter. This is actually pretty cool. And by the way, if you look at the background, you can see some of the sets that I was working on. Just something I just thought I would mention, that yes, you can, if you look at closely in the background, you can see some of the sets I was working on. Anyways, we also have the Guardian of the Deep set from Atlantis. I'm pretty sure that's the name of the set. Then I have this Technic 4x4 Dune Buggy. What do you want to call this? I don't really know. And then I have the Monster from Monster Fighters. So that's also pretty cool. And now the next pictures that I took were from April 3rd of 2024. We have this Queer Dune Buggy. Pretty cool. We have another Pharaoh's Quest set. And by the way, I just want to say that all of the pictures were taken on the eating table, the table where we eat food, you know, like breakfast, lunch, or dinner. So yeah, that's where I took the pictures. And we also have this Technic hovercraft. This is actually pretty cool looking. The next pictures were from April 5th. We have this small little Technic plane, or no, it's a Creator plane. I for some reason got Technic and Creator mixed up, don't know why. Then I have the Boulder Blaster from Power Miners. Now that's a pretty cool looking vehicle. And I also have Vardy's Ice Vulture glider. So yeah, that's a pretty interesting looking set. Then the next pictures were from April 7th of 2024. And by the way, I should have said all these pictures, all the rest of the pictures were from 2024, so I'm gonna stop saying that. We have a small Alien Conquest set, pretty cool. Then I have this Angular from Atlantis, pretty crazy. And we also have West Coast Glider. So this is a very small Legends of Chima set. Then the next pictures were from April 22nd. We have a Helicopter Transporter, which is a nice small Creator set. We have the Mummy from Monster Fighters, pretty interesting. Then the next pictures were taken on April 23rd, and we have the Cave Crusher, which is a pretty crazy looking Power Miner set. Like, geez, this is crazy. We have a Technic Telehandler, pretty interesting. And we have a Catwoman Pursuit set. That's a nice small little set. Then the next pictures were from April 24th. We have this Pirate Survival set. That's a nice small set. And we have the Fire Blaster. So that's a Power Miner set from year 2. Then the next pictures were from April 25th. We have the Stone Chopper. So that's another small Power Miner set. We have Squidman's Escape. So that's a pretty cool Space Police 3 set. And we also have the Small Car, which is a pretty decent set in my opinion. And now I just want to say something else. And that is, some of the sets that I built, I actually got for free as an award for helping with building these sets. And now I'm not gonna tell you guys what sets I got for helping. Well, I'll give you a hint. The sets that I got were actually featured in the first ever haul video here on Astro Studios. So if you go back and watch that video, you will probably see the sets that I got. And you'll probably also see pictures of those sets in this video that I'm making right now. So yeah, just a little fun fact that the first haul video here on Astro Studios, the sets I got in that video were actually sets I got from this project that I had. So yeah, just something I wanted to point out here, because I think it's actually pretty cool. Then the next pictures were taken on May 10th. We have the Wek Wader, so that's a small Atlantis set. We have the Crocodile Legend Beast, so we have a Legend Beast. Then the next pictures were on May 11th. We have a Desert Hopper, which is a Tide Turbo set. We have the Ninja Ambush set, so that's a classic Ninjago set. And we have a Gorilla Minimech. And then the next pictures were on May 12th. We have the Ice Blade from Alpha Team Mission Deep Freeze. So yeah, we have a set from Alpha Team in here. Pretty crazy. And then we have the Apple Treehouse, which is a very great set. Then the next pictures were on May 13th. We have the Skull Murbike. Now this is actually a pretty crazy looking set, in my opinion. We have Lennox Line Attack. So that's a pretty crazy looking Doom Buggy. And we have the Ultimate Beastmaster set. So that's another Nixonite set. Then the next pictures were on May 14th. We have the Deep Sea Strider. So that's another Atlantis set. We have Cole's Trestled. That set actually looks pretty cool. And we have Laval's Fire Lion. So that's a pretty cool looking set in my opinion. Then the next pictures we're taking on May 15th. We have the original William Furno figure. So yeah, it's been some time since we've looked at a construction set. But yeah, we got some sets from both Bionicle and Hero Factory. So that's pretty cool. And then we have the Kingdom's Blacksmith. So that's pretty cool. Then on May 16th, we have the original Mark Surge figure. So another Hero Factory set. And we have the Hillside House, which is another pretty cool set. Then on May 17th, we have the Tower from Kingdoms, which is a pretty cool looking set. We have Frost Beast, pretty crazy figure. And we have Chi Vardy. So we also have some characters from the Legends of Chima Ultra Build figures, which is pretty interesting. Then on May 18th, we have the Squall, so another Bionicle Stars figure. And we have Chi Surfangar, which is a pretty cool looking figure. Then on May 19th, we have the Ninja Outpost, which is another small classic Ninja set. And we have the second Chi Cracker figure. Then the next pictures were on June 6th, so it took some time for me to build some more sets. We have Strack, which is a pretty crazy Glatorian. We have the Knights Showdown set, which is a nice small set. Then on June 8th, we have the Thunder Driller, which is a classic Power Miners vehicle. We have Waka 3.0, so another Hero Factory set. And it was actually fun building with construction. Like, it was super fun putting all of the joints together. It was so cool. And now I actually really want a construction set because building those characters was so fun. So I hope I'll get another one day. And then we have Chi Wasa. That's also a pretty cool figure. Then the next pictures were on June 10th. We have Fangs, or at least one of them. And we have Chi Eris, which is also pretty cool looking. Then on June 11th, we have the Bionicle Stars version of Gwesh. So that's kind of an interesting figure. And then we have the Captain America Ultra Build figure. So we also have some of the superheroes Ultra Build figures. And then we have the TIE Striker Microfighter, which is probably the most recent set of all of them. Like, I don't even think there's another set that's more recent than that set. Then on June 13th, we have Stringer 3.0. And we have the Lone Ranger's Pump Car. So we have a small set from the Lone Ranger. And we have Strainer's Saber Cycle. So that's also another Legends of Chima set. The next pictures were on June 14th. We have the Ocean Speeder from Atlantis. So another small Atlantis set. And then we have the TIE Interceptor and Planet Death Star set. So we have a planet set, which is cool. Then the next pictures were taken on June 15th. And we have this pretty cool Forest Police car. Yeah, I like it a lot. It's cool in my opinion. Then we have this small Legends of Chima Lion Dragster, which is actually pretty decent in my opinion. And then we have Skyrox, so another Hero Factory set. Then on June 16th, we have Waspix. So that's a pretty crazy set, or figure I should say. Then we have Chi Wars. That guy is actually pretty cool. And we also have some collectible minifigures as well. So we have the Sheriff. Yeah, that's actually a pretty cool minifigure in my opinion. Then on June 17th, we have Wajaw. Yeah, pretty cool character. And then we have the Goblin. No, it's not the Green Goblin, it's just a Goblin. That's the official name. Then on June 18th, we have Jack Sparrow as a voodoo doll. So that's a pretty interesting minifigure. We have a Jungle Boy, who is also known as Tarzan. And we have Chigorzan. That's another cool looking figure. Then on June 19th, we have a tennis player. So that's also pretty cool, I guess. Then we have the Nitro Predator. So this is one of the final Racer sets that was ever put out. Then on June 20th, we have the Lizard Man. Now that's actually a very cool looking minifigure. And we also have Sparatus' Spider Stalker. Yeah, the picture isn't really that great. I don't know what's going on with the flares. Or is that even a flare? I don't really know. Then on June 21st, we have a cop. Yes, we have a cop, which is pretty cool. Then we have Waka XL. So that's a pretty crazy character. And we have Glurt. So we also have a Mixel as well. Then on June 22nd, we have Awakshi. This is another Bionicle Star set. We also have a soccer player, or a football player, or whatever you want to call it. And we have Torts as well. And then the last pictures that I took were on June 23rd of 2024. So yes, it took a little over a year to basically complete this whole project. And the last pictures I took were of the Disco Dude, which is a pretty cool collectible minifigure, as well as Glomp. So yes, we're ending it off with a Mixel, which is kind of interesting, but I'll take it. And that was basically it for this video. So as you can see, I built a lot of Lego sets. Now in total, I took 94 pictures. So I completed 94 sets. So that was a lot of sets that I completed. And now there were, of course, some other sets that I actually really wanted, but I didn't get them because I couldn't complete them, which wasn't really that good. Now I actually don't know how many of these sets have actually been sold online, but I have a feeling that some of them have been sold at least. I mean, it's getting close to a year since I completed this project. So I'm pretty sure some of the sets have definitely been sold online. And now, as I said, there were some sets that I did get for free for helping. And well, if you want to know which ones I got, well then watch the first haul video. Or let me know if you even remember the first haul video. I mean, if you do, well then you've definitely been a fan since the beginning, which is pretty cool. So yeah, I just thought it would be fun to basically talk about this Lego project I had, because it's a pretty interesting story. And yeah, it took a little over a year, like about a year and 3 months. That's how long it took. Will I do something like this ever again? Probably not. Like, I was kind of getting tired of it as well. So I'm very happy that I am no longer struggling with it. And now it would have been cool if Aswip Studios, existed around the time that I was making this project, because, well, if that was the case, well then I could have, vlogged about it and all that good stuff. But I didn't, which is kind of unfortunate, but it's also okay with me, because, well then, you would have to see me struggle, which isn't really that good. But anyways, I'm pretty sure there's not much else to say actually. And by the way, let me know what you think of this project, and if you know what sets I got for free, unless you have already checked the original haul video here on Aswip Studios, which is totally fine, okay? But anyways, that's it for this video. If you like this video, make sure to leave a like, and make sure to subscribe to Aswip Studios on YouTube, and hit that bell notification button so that you'll get notified whenever I upload a new video. So that's it for now, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.